in for my colleague Salailo Makodiri. I am Inayat Wadi, and we kick you off this morning going across to Mpumalanga, to Nelspruit in particular, and introducing you this morning to an activist, also an artist for many years, raising funds for Palestine. Currently, she heads a fundraising committee of South African Women United for Gaza. She heads a women's forum in Nelspruit. She was a great help when Salam Media had undertaken this tour with Yumna Al Said in hosting Yumna in Nelspruit as well. And we have subsequently learned that Firoza Omar was a guest speaker at the Mpumalanga Government Legislature, where she shared her views and signed a memorandum ending with Women's Month regarding the plight of Palestinian women. Sister Firoza Omar, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the avid listeners of Salam Media and all of those working hard to get the programs going.
Well, up front, we want to express our thanks, our gratitude to you, Firoza, for hosting Yumna Al Said in Mpumalanga, in Nelspruit, and I do believe she had a wonderful time with you and the people of Nelspruit. So for that, we express our thanks and your help and your support.
Allow me to start by congratulating the Salam Media team for the inspiring efforts of hosting Al Jazeera journalist, Sister Yumna Al Said. Personally speaking, it was heart-rendering to listen to the ground experiences of the people of Gaza. At this point, I also wish to thank the sisterhood of the South African National Muslim Women's Forum, sisters, for rallying together to hosting her at various venues. Alhamdulillah. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. In fact, it was quite a revelation actually having Yumna out here, but your work still continues, and obviously as an activist, as an artist, I mean, we've been privy to the wonderful artwork you do, particularly with regards to Palestine, Alhamdulillah. So your work still continues. Yumna is gone, but we still have a lot of hard work ahead of us, and interesting that you got in as a guest speaker at the Mpumalanga Government Legislature, Firoza.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Rabbi zidni ilma. May Allah increase us in knowledge of the atrocities of this genocide in Palestine and guide us to the right path, for surely we are in a state of loss. So basically,
Yes.
at this point, being the end of August, as you had explained, and it was the end of Women's Month, the Mpumalanga Government Legislature decided to rope me into talking at the event last Friday. The topic at the Women's Parliament was South African women in solidarity with the women of Palestine. Thereafter, I signed a memorandum. Currently, South Africa is at a threshold after standing its case at the ICJ hearing. However, we must continue and create a voice for the Palestinians fighting this controlling force. It is a domino effect. Our silence is a point of weakness. The declaration is fairly long, but I will just give a brief synopsis of what it was all about. It stated that we, the women from across the length and breadth of Mpumalanga province, are gathered in solidarity with the people of Palestine against the onslaught of violence perpetrated against women and children in Gaza. We have come in protest and demanding an end of the brutal, senseless killing of unarmed and innocent women and children. Inspired by the actions of the 1956 generation that confronted the brutal apartheid minority regime of South Africa, we today make a clarion call for apartheid Israel to end its attacks of innocent civilians. We are horrified of reports detailing mass graves unearthed in the Gaza Strip. These graves detailed bodies of women and children, showing signs of torture, executions, and people buried alive. We must underline that the value of a Palestinian child's life is the same value of an Israeli child. The world cannot be silent. We, on a daily basis, we receive reports of direct bombardments to hospitals, ensuring a deliberate denial of healthcare access. The article is very long, but I've just captured basically the crux of it. It continues by saying, we join the BDS. We join the BDS that justice is always a feminist issue, including in Palestine, and the rights of women remain fundamental to the pursuit of a just and dignified world for all. The declaration is a 3-page document, just briefly summarized by me. This is a clear marker of South Africa's stand with Palestine. We are also aware of our new partnership in government, the GNU. Thus, people, all I can say is let us continue at every level to educate and fight this monstrous Zionist entity. The truth must be exposed, and we were fortunate to have had Yumna in our midst that was exposing the truth as well. Let us strive, South Africa. We are on the world map with the ICJ. Thank you, Mandela, who quoted, South Africa cannot be free until Palestine is free. Most definitely, their freedom is a blink away. Down with the Zionism. The truth is unfolding. Let us make fervent duas for the defeat of these controlling oppressors. Long live Palestine. May Masjid al-Aqsa be saved from the scum of the earth, inshallah. I think that is basically just what I've captured from the article, Inayat.
Yes. Yes, Sister Firoza, just as far as the reaction to your speech and where you shared your views in the Mpumalanga Government Legislature, what sort of reaction did you get?
Alhamdulillah, it was amazing. I felt sisterhood amongst the Black sisters, the coloreds. There was a mixed reaction. There were white people there. There was just such a feeling of warmth, you know, so much of acceptance, so much of what is going on there is unacceptable. We cannot accept it. I'm sorry. This is something that is beyond, you know, beyond our imagination. I mean, we hear of daily atrocities such as rape and murder, but this is on a different scale altogether. So we need to do something about it. And we're going to push from the government side. We're going to make sure that this memorandum does not get ignored and it goes forward as well. So they read it out as well in the parliament, in the legislature. And alhamdulillah, it was signed by all of us. And let us hope going forward, this will be the beginning. And let us take it from town to town where we get our government, our legislatures involved in the whole government circle. We must not back off thinking that we have done enough. We need to continue this fight. The silence is regarded as weakness. So let us continue.
Well, we certainly need to continue, and I think this was a message that came out very, very loud and clear when I accompanied Yumna across the length and breadth of the country and also into Botswana, that we cannot stop. And this is a great initiative, reaching out to provincial government. But as you mentioned, it needs to go into every town. We are today being the 5th of September, tomorrow being the 6th. So it's going to be 11 months already into this genocide. And I know people suffer from fatigue, and at some point in time they do get tired. But the people in Palestine, and just having a deeper insight, even in some personal discussions I had with Yumna Al-Said, it's actually horrific. And there are people for 11 months that haven't even had a peaceful night's sleep and it's going to be a year comes next month as well. So I think, you know, from our side, we need to continue. We also need to be robust. We need to be relentless, non-stop. And just once again, we need to compliment you for making inroads into the Mpumalanga Government Legislature. And I'm hoping, and we're making dua, that everybody else takes heed, all activists right across the entire country, particularly the pro-Palestinian lobbyists right across South Africa, need to keep up the pressure. We need to maintain the momentum. And at the end of the day, we need to bring an end to this genocide and the suffering, the degradation, the deprivation, the disease, all of that is creeping in, Sister Firoza.
Absolutely. If there are any people that are interested from any other towns, kindly let them contact me so I can forward them the 3-page document and they can take it forth to their legislature and we can run it through from town to town, province to province, actually. And once we get it out there in the various provinces, this is our legal right where we can work in with the government at a different level to state that these are our grievances. Can we take them forth? And we'll back up the ICG case.
Well, inshallah, we
this.
certainly will. If you could send us that, if you could send us, I'm sure you wouldn't mind us putting up this letter on the social media platforms as well. So, people
Absolutely.
are aware and we will get this message spread far and wide, inshallah. But for now, Sister Firoza, once again, well done.
Alhamdulillah. Just like to
for your time.
By saying that it's a marriage
we'll stay in touch.
Religion, and it's a marriage between religion and politics. So we've got to do them both. And it is stated clearly in the Hadith that a group of my ummah will remain on truth. They will vanquish their enemy, and those who disagree with them will not be able to harm them until Allah commands. Where are these people? The companions of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked, and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam replied, in and around Al-Quds, Baytul Muqaddas. So this is giving us the courage to continue and the hope that our efforts won't be in vain, inshallah.
Inshallah, Jazakallah khairan once again, and also for taking time out this morning with us right here on Assalam Media. We wish you all the best, inshallah. Allah accept, Allah reward your efforts, Sister Firoza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Firoza Omar joining us out of Nelspruit, heading the Women's Forum in Nelspruit. And again, the point I am making is we are now 11 months into this genocide. What are we doing? We can't stop. We need to continue. And as Sister Firoza is doing, we need to do a lot more from our side as well. With that, we're going to go for a break. We come back. We will cover the story of Uganda's Bobi Wine, who was shot and injured in the altercation with police in Kampala in Uganda.